The Dodgers season has turned a corner after tonight's win, and it's all up from here. Hey, this is Mike Nelson of Dodgers Digest. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank the 7% of you that have already subscribed to the channel, but 92% of you that are watching these videos have not hit that subscribe button yet. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any big Dodger news from myself and Brad J. Let's get right into it. The Dodgers sweep the Seattle Mariners tonight. A big win, 8-4 win at Dodger Stadium. Very happy to see the team finally get a huge win. It's definitely been a, difficult last, few weeks for the Dodgers with all the injuries and the pitching struggles, to say the least. So it's good to see the team get a comfortable win, although the bullpen did give up some runs there at the end. But the Dodgers had already taken such a huge lead that it didn't really matter. That's what you got to do. You got to take big leads early and put the team away and make sure the team, doesn't have any hope of coming back. I think that's what every baseball team out there wants to do, right? Take a lead and, put the team away early. And that's what the Dodgers did today, kind of not giving the Mariners any chances to really have hope to come back. And, it was a huge win because the Dodgers, of course, get a sweep. We get to hear Randy Newman get played at Dodger Stadium, which is always good. We heard it 3 days in a row, right? The Dodgers won all 3 games at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers have probably the best, audio track ever. The best song, to be played after a win, right? We get to hear "I Love LA" from Randy Newman. It doesn't get better than that. And this week we heard it 3 times, which is just great to see. And yeah, so the Dodgers now have gained a game on San Diego, by the way, because the Minnesota Twins defeated the Padres today. That's a team that has struggled to win some games as of late, but got a win today against San Diego. So luckily San Diego lost, so the Dodgers have now taken a 4-game lead on the Padres. The D-backs did come back and beat the Marlins. The Marlins, as we know, are a disaster of a franchise, and the D-backs took advantage of that today. So it's still a 4-game lead on the D-backs, and on the now gained a game on San Diego, which is great. The Dodgers also gained a game on Milwaukee, who blew it today against the Cardinals. So luckily the Cardinals helped us out there. Phillies did win, but overall the Dodgers are in a good position, and everything is going to be going good now for this team. After, I think this could be a turning point for the Dodgers after this 3-game sweep, and also. It probably put the nail in the coffin for the Mariners, right? I believe they went 1-8, 1-9 around there on this road trip. I think the Mariners are done. And the Dodgers had a huge offensive day. I think that's obviously, the score was 8-4, right? But I want you to take a look at the box score. Look at the box score, man. I mean, every player except Tommy Edman had a base hit. Look at that. Shohei Ohtani had a hit. Mookie Betts had a hit and a couple RBIs. Freddie Freeman had a hit and an RBI. Teoscar Hernández had a couple hits. Gavin Lux had a hit. Everybody contributed. No home runs today, which is kind of crazy, but everybody had a good day at the plate. Even Max Muncy, who's just been on fire. Look at Max Muncy, man. I mean, he's had a crazy comeback. I mean, it's only been 3 games since Max Muncy's been back. He had a home run in his first 2 games, game 1 and game 2 of this series. And then today, tacked on 3 RBIs. I mean, the guy is just on fire. Max Muncy is a guy that I think is on a mission to prove that he is healthy and ready to go, doing such a great job at third base. The only guy that didn't get a hit today was Tommy Edman, although we're not going to need Tommy Edman's bat. What we're going to need is Tommy Edman's glove. He is an amazing fielder. I don't know if you guys took a look at that play that he had yesterday in the game. What an amazing play at shortstop. Got the ball on a bounce on a backhand, threw the base runner out. Just a great play by Tommy Edman. The guy is an elite fielder, and the Dodgers are lucky to have a great shortstop there because they've struggled to find a reliable shortstop. Of course, Mookie Betts was manning that position for a while, but he's not really a shortstop. I like Mookie Betts in the outfield better. I like to see those crazy throws that Mookie Betts can execute when guys are trying to go home. Mookie Betts can get them out, and he's a right fielder. So I like Mookie Betts in the outfield, and I think it's great the Dodgers now have an everyday shortstop. So hopefully Tommy Edman can get some hits. 0 for 4 is not too good, but everybody on the team got a hit today. So that just shows you what an offense the Dodgers had. Probably the best in Major League Baseball, and they're at full strength. They're obviously, it's expected for them to be at that level, right? I mean, they had 3 of the best hitters in the National League, and Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts, right? Has to be, it's not a shock that these guys are scoring runs. What's been a shock at times is that, the team hasn't been able to execute in the pitching, right? And today, Jack Flaherty had a solid game, to say the least. He pitched very well, but I think the highlight that everybody around Major League Baseball is talking about is Jack Flaherty versus Randy Arozarena. Yeah, they had a little back and forth today when Jack Flaherty hit Arozarena in the second inning. You can see Randy there not happy about that. Jack Flaherty gave him a little smirk there. And yeah, that was a kind of a heated moment there. Arozarena almost hit a home run prior to this pitch. Basically, they pitched before this. Narrowly missed hitting a home run that would have gave the Mariners lead. And then Flaherty hits him. And this is in the next at-bat in a flyout. You could see, Arozarena kind of, looking. You see Flaherty there talking to the third base coach of the Mariners. And then you're going to see here also in the next shot here, after he hits the ball, you see Randy there talking to, looks like Jack Flaherty. So this is definitely a heated moment for sure. Of course you don't agree with, batters getting hit. But, this is part of the game. There has to be some competitiveness out there. I know some people out there don't like any sort of back and forth between the players. But, this is part of it. If somebody gets hit out there by a pitch, they're going to be pissed off, right? That's the obvious truth. And Randy there was not happy about that. I don't think that was intentional at all. I think Jack Flaherty just, missed this pitch there, right? It was just a bad pitch. He just narrowly had given up a home run prior to that, and he just kind of lost the pitch there. Arozarena kind of thought differently. I think he thought it was actually intentional. But you like to see that. You like to see the back and forth. The Mariners are a frustrated ball club. Sorry, Mariners fans, but you guys kind of blew it on this road trip. The Mariners are probably out of the playoffs now, so they were definitely in a heated, in a heated state going into this game. This is early in the game. It's only the second inning, right? But the team was definitely, in a heated state because they had just, lost the first 2 games of this series. And, they were trying to not get swept. And, so it's just a tough situation. They're going in another direction. The Dodgers are going way up. So that's the difference. See, the Dodgers are on their way potentially to win the division and also potentially become the best team in the National League. They're close to potentially passing the Phillies. They have already, they did pass the Phillies, but after the Phillies get those 2 games in and the Dodgers and Phillies have the same amount of games, the Dodgers could be the top team in the National League and, potentially, on their way to a World Series. And, what's also proof, just to wrap this up, LA has better music than Seattle when it comes to rock and roll. That's why today I wore my Van Halen shirt, because California, is going to strike out Washington, Seattle when it comes to rock and roll. And that's why we swept the Mariners as well. Make sure to subscribe to Dodgers Digest for more Dodger content.